Hey guys, my name is Max. This is Richard Lee. We're both FGC heads here at GameSpot. We wanted to go over the Marvel Tokon gameplay really quick because we thought it was really interesting. We have some theories, and we also wanted to break down some more of the assists and the gameplay mechanics because we have a little bit more information about it now. So let's just jump right in and parse right through it.
We've got a high-profile match coming up.
So obviously, this is a tag fighter, duh, but there's a little more nuance with this than other tag fighters.
But how many tag fighters are you able to pick?
Well, initially, you have your 4 picked fighters, but you can only play with 2 at the start, right?
So it's a 2v2
it's a 2v2 initially. And then it slowly snowballs over the match into 3 or 4, depending on if you're on the offense, if you're on the receiving end. Different situations can make that change.
Okay. So player 1 picks Starlord, player 2 picks Storm.
Yep. This is, like a pretty unique situation with this assist order where, you have your 1 leader, right? So you have your 1 leader, and then you have your shooter, you have your vertical, and you have your assault. The names are very strange in my opinion. To make it layman's terms, it's projectile or ranged, anti-air, then unique or special, I guess you could say.
Well, it looks like there's still, at the start, there's 2 fighters, 1 assist.
Yep.
Captain America is the projectile assist or the horizontal attacks assist.
So in this position, he's actually, yes, he would be in the projectile assist.
And Starlord just unlocked Miss Marvel by doing what?
That was a stage transition. So yeah, most of the times it's either stage transition or losing a round that gets you an additional assist. So in this game, it's kind of hard. Well, it's not hard to get steamrolled in the sense that, like, if you are on the receiving end, you just keep getting attacked over and over and keep dying over and over, you will get pity assists for losing a round. So you're not like completely out of luck, by the end of the match. But you also get rewarded for aggression.
Player 2 just lost.
So player 2 just lost. Player 2, Storm, is now going to get the bottom one, right? That's going to be Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom, because the bottom one is the anti-air assist?
Yes, so this should be the anti-air assist. So like the jobs and the type of assist they do changes depending on the context of what you're doing. In a normal neutral game, right? So you have your ranged, you have your anti-air, and you have your special unique, whatever. This changes when you jump in neutral. So then become all similar ranged aerial assists, kind of like more generic across the board. They all become aerial assists. And then when you're mid-combo, they all become generic combo assists. And you'll see later in the match, they do it a lot of times, where if you call an assist mid-combo, they'll do an attack that makes them tumble and roll on the ground. And that, obviously, you can OTG and pick them up and continue the combo. That's pretty simple stuff.
So what you're saying is there's 3 major applications for the assist.
Yeah.
And what's the bonus to unlock the assist? What do I get for unlocking all these assists?
Well, I mean, obviously, clearly, when you get more assists, then you get opportunities to link more attacks, you do more damage, to extend more your pressure, to cover yourself. Because I know, like, Miss Marvel basically has, like, a Hagar get-off-me kind of move. Lariat, I guess you could say. So there is, like, defensive possibilities, later in the match if you have her in that position. So, it opens up the game more as the round progresses. So it's, like, very linear, kind of like almost BB tag-ish in the first, first round, because you only have 2v2. And then it, can bounce back and forth, 2v3 or 3v2, or depending on, what the position the other opponent's in.
All the assists are unlocked. I can probably expect chaotic moments.
Yeah, this is the part that sort of scares me. So like, there's gonna be times when both characters and both opponents do this mad scramble and just call in all their assists at the same time, and in that situation, I'm like a little bit worried of like how readable everything is, because it's gonna be insane. 3v3 was already kind of crazy in Marvel games. 4v4 is gonna be more insane. I think I was mentioning before that like color matching all your characters might be like the meta, because otherwise you can't tell who's who. So yeah, that might be like a consideration.
You were worried about the readability if all the assists are out. And I think there's two major design decisions that our system work implemented.
Yeah.
One is the visual clarity.
Yeah.
If you look at when the assists come out or when you control the assist, the background changes. You can see that the background changes into monochromatic black and white, creating a lot of contrast between the foreground and the background. You can also see the soul literally flying out from your point character to the assist character, giving you recognition of like what's going on. Sure, if there's like a lot of stuff that's happening, explosions, projectiles, assists that are happening, you will lose track. But I think the second really smart design decision is the speed of the assist. Like, check out how when player 1 or player 2 uses the assist, it's much slower than like a typical tag fighter.
Yeah.
Like, dude, in Marvel 2, it's crazy how fast the assists come out.
Yeah, I was, I played this at Evo, and I walked up to the kiosk, and I'm like, this is Marvel 4, baby, let's go. I'm going to jump right in, and we're going to be mashing buttons real quick. That is not the case.
That's not the case.
This is definitely more like, people have been comparing to other games like Granblue. Like, within the Arc Systems Works, like, universe, like, Granblue is, like, the closest speed, I guess, you can get to this game.
So what you're saying is Granblue is typically a slower pace.
Slower pace game, yeah. So it's kind of this pacing where the hits feel more meaty, the speed is not as high. Oh, so another point I wanted to bring up is that because you can start as like one character and die as that same character, and there's no like specific character that can be killed off, and you can always have your characters pretty much at all times. I mean, you have to again get them throughout the fight, but you can still access your character, your main character at all times. I'm wondering if like your second character and your first character is going to be picked more specifically to like have counter matchups. Because like in Marvel games, like your first point character, you get killed off, you just can't use them again.
Sure.
When this game, like maybe like Miss Marvel is like very specifically very good against Iron Man. I don't know, maybe I no idea. But if that's the case, it'd be like, okay, I'm gonna counter pick them, active tag into Doom. Maybe he's really good against Miss Marvel, and like counter pick actively as a choice mid match, as like a design decision. So I was just thinking about that because you really can't do that in other tag games because they just die off.
Yeah, in the case of Marvel 2, you have your point character, which is battery. You give meter.
Right.
You build up a ton of meter for your second character, and the second character will unload the meter.
Right. There's like very specific jobs per position of those characters, and they're kind of expected to die almost and like kind of give their life and give their meter for the other characters. Not really the case here. So it's kind of just interesting, design theory behind this game.
Well, the way that I'm going to play it is I have old man reflexes and old man memory. I'm just going to play it as 1v4.
That's totally fine. I think they even said that themselves. They're like, okay, if you just like one character and you're a fan of this one character, you can just play them and kind of just mess around with whoever else on your assists, and it doesn't really matter that much. So casual players, I think they'll be totally happy with this. It's totally fine.
But what about the rate of the assists that are coming out? What's that green bar up?
So yeah, at the very top is the assist meter. So there's 3 bars. So you only have access to 1, 2, and 3 depending on how many assists you have. So if you start the match, you're only going to have 1 bar, and then when you get another, you get 2, and etc. etc. So you get the total of 3. They refill slightly quickly over time. The Marvel mindset was you had such long combos that you could like refill your assist mid combo and like kind of like you can even spend meter mid combo like for a super, and like you could like extend the combo even further to get more meter back. It's like a recycling system. This game stops that. So if you're like mid combo and you use an assist, that meter will stop filling, as far as I can see. So there is some sort of like defense against that, which is really nice. I think they kind of figured out that they probably don't want that like cycle of like assist, long combo. Your assist is now refilled. We can use it assist again. I don't think they're going to let us do that.
The assist management is really important in any tag fighter. But it looks like the cooldown is pretty quick, according to you.
I think it's fairly quick. I think it's pretty average, I guess. I don't know. Like you can call your assistants like what, 5 seconds? I should pay attention to actually how long it takes, but it feels quick. I don't know. Especially like as you have access to more assists at the same time, especially because it's 4 assists. That's a lot of characters. So you can like have one, 2 seconds later have another one, 2 seconds later have another one, and then by that time you've used all of the third one, you have your first one back again pretty much. So yeah, that was like what, 4 seconds maybe? That's insane. So they're pretty liberal about that, which is could be good or bad. I could see them tweaking that later on, depending on how people react. Because we didn't get that much time with the game. Nobody got time with the game. We had about, I don't know, like maybe 15 minutes max. I think some people got like an hour, and that was like they could barely touch the surface of this game. What do you think about like get up situations in this game?
It seems like the game is trying to minimize really oppressive mix-up due to Oki.
Yeah.
And you don't really see that.
Yeah, I mean, in this gameplay footage, we don't see like that much punishment of like Oki either. So I don't know if like that will change later.
Well, the fact that a lot of things just reset back to neutral, stage transitions reset back to neutral, even like combo enders.
Yes. Yeah. That's
you don't get that opportunity to do some messed up mix-up.
Yeah. So again, I keep talking about Marvel, but it's I don't want to keep comparing this to Marvel because it's totally not. But like I'm just saying, in Marvel games, right? You steamroll somebody, you do like a one hit touch of death, and then you do this crazy setup in the corner, when then you just get another free hit, and then that's over. And so basically, it goes from like the beginning to the end of the game, and you're just steamrolled. This doesn't really allow that. So like there's clear breaks constantly, like hard breaks. So there's like the wall breaks, which reset you back to neutral. There's the Oki is, again, that's kind of hard to say.
So what you're saying is I won't really get vortex to death, making this game a 1P game.
I hope not.
But the game does try to remove as many messed up mix-up attempts. Making the game like just a single player game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that I do not like about playing, say, like Marvel 2, Marvel 3, or any other tag fighters.
Yeah.
It's like the whole steamrolling factor.
Yeah.
Like I said this before, I'm an old man.
Yeah.
I don't have young men reflexes. So just getting mixed the hell up just makes me just want to flip the table.
Yeah,
I'll just give up.
Yeah, especially getting mixed when your new character's coming in. Like there's like nothing you can do about that. That just feels cheap in my opinion.
So this game does give you the person on the receiving end more opportunities to do something about it.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, it's both the combination of each round restarting after one person loses their health and wall breaks. Like both of those together, like it's basically constantly going back to neutral. There's no way to like just constantly have somebody in the corner and just oppress them forever. There's no way. And
resetting the position back to neutral isn't just that opportunity for the person on the receiving end. Look at the combo meter.
Yeah, the combo meters.
There's a combo limiter.
It's weird though. This thing is so weird because like, so KI has this and Invincible Versus has this similar system where it's just like a very literal combo meter. If it caps out, they pop out. Right. We've seen this somewhere in this footage with Captain America. He did a pretty long combo. He had one assist come in, bum bum bum, and then another assist, and then he hit him in the corner, hit him with a jab. And there's this weird red spark that happened, and Dr. Doom went flying. He went popped out.
Let's bring up the footage.
So I don't think we have quite enough information still to like exactly, explain what's going on with the combo meter, because there's like a tail end which turns red in that meter section. I was initially thinking like, oh, that's a damage scaling thing. Like maybe it just does less damage when you've capped out. But at this point, it's clear that like this specific system seems like it forces people out of the combo when it's capped out. Now, there is a situation later in the video where this doesn't happen, and I'm very confused because Starlord did a super into a combo after the super. Clearly maxed out red. Still comboed, no problem, didn't drop. So there's still some information we're not seeing here. I'm curious to see what this situation calls for, like the context of why that doesn't work. But yeah, that's just something we'll see probably in 3 weeks from now.
Do you think this red spark is the limit?
Yeah, that's clear. That's a pretty clear indication of like that's there's no way you can hit them for further. And also, you know, you can see Doctor Doom right now is light gray, so that's invincible. He can't get hit further from this point.
Oh.
Yeah. So right here, does assist, does a freeze, does level 2 or level 1. Boom, frozen again. Clearly red. He just kept on hitting, so it's like no problem. Like that's fine. And the damage seemed okay still. So yeah, that's a point of contention. I'm still wondering why or how that works.
The red sparks. The combo still continued.
I'm wondering the only
But it
reason.
popped out.
Right, at the very end it popped out. I'm wondering, I know there's like specific rules sometimes in Arc Sys games where like that might be like an auto attack where like it hits multiple times, so it's considered one move and they can't pop out of that. I know like some games have that, some games don't. I can't tell because I don't remember playing Starlord enough to remember what moveset was to see if that was that kind of attack. But I'm sure like maybe if Starlord jabbed there, then they would have popped out like the other clip. No idea.
No idea.
We'll see in the future. Because we just blabbed for a bit over the gameplay, I kind of want to just go back and like point out specific things that I saw that was like really cool to me, and just kind of point out minute pieces of info that I think you might enjoy. So when we first saw the Marvel Tokon reveal trailer, Storm came up. I'm like, yeah, cool, Storm's back. And then she did this kind of just normal air combo and then knocked down with the wind. And the moment I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's Rachel. I know that's Rachel.
Rachel of BLAZBLUE?
Rachel Alucard from BLAZBLUE. Some other people took a long time to pick that up, but at the moment I saw that in the first trailer, I'm like, that is definitely Rachel. And I'm sure behind the scenes at Arc Systems Works, they were like, oh, what other character has some like storm-like or wind-like abilities? Oh, well, this character right here. And she literally has the same amount of gauges, the 4 partition gauges for wind. I think it works a little bit differently for Storm, actually, because from all the footage that we've seen, Storm only has 4 directions, the cardinal direction, so like, you know, up, down, left, right. Rachel has an octagonal direction, so she can go all 8 ways. So slight difference, but either way, I was like, wow, this is really cool that it took inspiration from a previous character and just like kind of imported it and updated it into a new character. So I just wanted to quickly talk about Storm's combo here. So like, this is...
Wait, before you talk about it, what's the implications of this wind mechanic? I think you're saying that you can change movement and enhance combos?
So yeah, it can very likely already has shown that it can enhance combos. It can usually this wind mechanic pushes yourself more than the enemy, but it does affect both characters. I'm sure maybe they tweaked it in this game, but I'm interested in the combo potential because it really opens up skill expression. Especially with Storm. So like in this scenario where Storm is, you know, just doing some EX moves, launches up in the air, does this crazy multi-hit move, knocking Miss Marvel up and down in this really long string. So basically, if there's any inspiration off of this, it's Rachel's 6C. So Rachel's 6C is a move which she twirls around her skirt. It's like a little multi-hit move, kind of, you know, does a little bit of piddly damage. It's not that great on its own, but if you combine it with the wind, then you can like push yourself into the enemy and it does way more damage and way more hits. And this can be combined into an aerial combo. So you can like knock them into the wall, knock them upwards, wind up with them and skirt with them or 6C with them. And it'll do a lot more hits as a combo. I just thought it was interesting to see that parallel because this is like clearly inspired by some other games. We didn't even talk about that much about the dust system, where basically that move was split into 2 things, right? There's a universal overhead, which is like the assemble smash, which is basically an overhead that has like armor, so it's like a DI mixed with a dust kind of thing. And then there's like the 2H, which is like the proper like dust launch. So they kind of split that up, and that's like, you know, again, inspiration from Guilty Gear. There's a lot of like touches here and there to be like, oh, it's from that game. Oh, it's from that game. I'm just like, wow. I really enjoy this as like an Arc Sys anime fighting fan.
What about Starlord's Devil May Cry Dante?
Yeah, that too. That, I mean, everybody is like, the moment people saw that, they're like, okay, this is definitely from Marvel.
What about Doctor Doom's hidden missiles? Well, hidden direct energy weapon.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I saw him hidden missiles in any of the gameplay.
No, there's no missiles, but
That's sad.
it's an energy weapon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they have the the assist as the laser that comes down. I call it the Hammer of Dawn because it looks like the Hammer of Dawn from Gears of War. But yeah, they definitely changed them up. I missed the foot dive, but you know, it's a different game, so it's fine.
It's not Marvel 4.
It's not Marvel 4, that's for damn sure.
I'm stoked. Are you stoked?
Heck yeah. 3 weeks from now, we're gonna get the beta. From then, I'm gonna probably go on a marathon. I'm gonna be playing that nonstop for like 36 hours. How about you?
PTO. PTO.
That sounds like a plan. That sounds like a good plan. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time.